If I give you $100,000, let you live alone with a stranger of the opposite sex for 21 days. Provided that no food or equipment is allowed. You can't even wear clothes. In such a harsh natural environment. Not only do you have to find a way to build shelters. Looking for food, maybe they have to sleep together at night. If you were in front of the screen, would you be embarrassed to sign up? The challenge location of this issue is Brother, the southern jungles of Colombia. It's full of dangerously steep limestone walls. There are also giant banana spiders of all sizes. The toxins in its body can be easily killed. A dozen adults. The male player who came to challenge this issue is named Dawe. He is a professional yoga instructor. He was also an adventurer who loved to explore. The fire-making skill in the wild is also directly filled up. Participate in the competition mainly to prove my strength. The woman on the other side is called Kayla. The light is on the face. I feel very charming. He is still single due to family reasons. To send my 5-year-old daughter to school. He signed up specifically for this competition. As for survival skills are basically learned from my father. I don't know if it will come in handy. After arriving at the target location, the two quickly took off their clothes. Walk into the woods naked and start to die. The feeling of not wearing clothes for the first time. It made both of them feel extremely embarrassed. After a simple greeting, I started to check the equipment this time. David, the fire drill. Naturally, he brought a set of misfiring devices, and Kayla took one. Own machete. As for the iron pan, it is specially provided by the program team. Old rules. Start by taking out the map and studying the route. They have to go through the woods now. Arrive at a water source, the campground. The two of them were basically talking and laughing along the way. They soon got to know each other's situation. It didn't take long for a cliff to appear in front of me. Considering that this is the only way down the mountain. So the two jumped down hand in hand. Boy, if there's a big rock down there. That can't fall lightly. One piece of chopsticks. Situation. And the fire repellent you just brought is soaking wet. As we move forward. It didn't take long for them to come to a block. It's a great place to build shelters. So the two hit it off. He started collecting materials around. Considering that small animals in the jungle are very dangerous. Sleep away from the ground at night. Sure enough, as they were making the bed. Found a scorpion on the ground. Maybe I just came here not long ago, not a lot. It's a waste of good protein. Afraid that there will be no fire before dark. So David decided to raise the firefly early. Before that, he's tried thousands of times to drill into the woodblock. So this method is simply too small for him. Section. It rises the firefly with no effort. Fill a wave of fresh water when you're done. Put it in the fire. And so the two of them set up this shelter. However, due to the fact that the speed is slower than expected, cause night to fall, they couldn't put the roof up. At night, the two had to lie down by the fire and sleep. But because the temperature at night is too cold, Kayla was frozen to death and couldn't sleep. David on the side said, "If it really doesn't work, you can sleep together." This question started when the two just lay down. He has been asking until now. I have to. David, your intentions are a little too obvious. However, Kayla, as a mother of a child, although currently single, but I never thought about it. I'd rather be outside in the cold. He also doesn't want to hug a stranger to sleep. Wait until the next morning. Neither of them slept well last night. Build the shelter today no matter what. Fortunately, there is a lot of lingering tree feeling around this generation, after 2.5 hours of hard work. The two also successfully created a empty the cot. It feels so good to lie on it. Now I just hope I don't get too cold to sleep at night. In the blink of an eye, night falls. The two lay on the bed with smiles on their faces and slept together. I thought it would go well until dawn. In the middle of the night, Kayla was still too cold to sleep. Despite David's repeated requests to sleep together. But still ruthlessly rejected by Kayla. This pissed David off. He just thinks it's a crisis. Life is always more important than principles. But the teammates are unwilling to do so. When I wake up in the morning to bask on the rocks, David suddenly felt bitten by a skin worm. And the wound is still spreading. That's not good news. However, in order not to delay the progress of the two of them, he still decided to. The roof of the shelter was erected. The whole frame is quickly tied with sticks. And then you throw the brown donkey leaf on it. Ben came here and the camp was already set up. But the thought of not being able to sleep together at night. So David, in a fit of rage, started to go outside and get angry. Although Kayla kept comforting by her side. But still no effect. As night falls, Kayla can't stand the cold. Decided to come to the ground to sleep, because it's closer to the fire. And then at 10 p.m., David starts freaking out again. He has been on the yin and yang monster. Why didn't Kayla sleep with him? As you talk, you get more angry. The sea comes down and starts questioning Kayla. After all the attempts, Kayla was still unwilling. I wanted to lie down with him. Sleep on the ground to see if there is a chance. The result was still ruthlessly rejected by Kayla. Wait until the next morning. After a night of deliberation. David also seems to understand his own impulse. So I sat at the door for a while doing yoga. Calm down. While wandering outside, he also found a mango. I planned to use Mambo to win the attention of my teammates. Returned to the campsite, saw that David had found food. Kayla is also happy from the bottom of her heart. The duo relied on mangoes to replenish some energy. The two of them had a good time tonight. Until the 8th day. Since today is David's birthday. Kayla even gave him a birthday present. When I opened it, it turned out to be a head rope. The gift is simple. But it was also the snot that moved David. The two of them have been starving since the beginning of the tears. So they decided to create a trap. Try your luck. Or the familiar figure 4 mousetrap. It was night soon after it was made. While the two were sleeping. Suddenly I heard the trap move. As a result, when I opened the stone, there was still no hair in it. As the challenge progressed to the 10th day. Neither of them has received protein until now. However, as soon as they start to go out and explore, Kayla suddenly found a spicy strip in the water. Face this door-to-door protein. He went down directly with a stick, and Song she received a box lunch, although there is still a parasite on this spicy strip. Skin bugs, but in this case, the two have no choice. Bring it back to camp and skin it directly to cramp. After cleaning, put it directly on the fire and bake it. The meal was ready in just 10 minutes. The taste of grilled lecheo. It should be familiar to everyone. Crispy entrance. Mouth of chicken. Protein is at least 50 times higher than beef. After eating and drinking, night soon came. Just as Kayla was getting ready for bed. As a result, I felt a sea of water in my stomach. Then he vomited directly at the edge of the camp. Needless to say, it must be the reason for the spicy strips. Fortunately, the next morning, the symptoms improved slightly. This gave the two of them the confidence to persevere. Due to the lack of protein supplementation for a long time, causing the wound on the big stomach and leg to fail to heal. So they called in a medical team. After extrusion, the tomato juice in the pulp is squeezed out. Then draw a mark to see if it will spread. In the next few days, both of them basically rely on jealousy all the time. And at night, Kayla is also slowly approaching David's body group. In the blink of an eye, it's day 20. The two also started doing yoga on rocks. Although I don't have enough to eat, but still persisted until the night of the game. And then they ate all the fruits of the camp. Grab your gear and start walking towards the pickup point. But the way down the mountain is not very easy. Dangerously steep limestone everywhere. If you're not careful, you could be smashed to pieces. Afternoon. The two finally arrived at the banana forest. Be sure to watch out for the local banana spiders here. Along the way, a small river blocked the way. It seems that we have to walk a bit of waterway next. So they cut down some stout banana trees. Tie them together and fix them to each other. And they soon got a black dust. But it's getting late. They still have to figure out a way to spend a year here. Nightfall. The two began to get closer and closer. As a result, David was suddenly awakened at 10 in the middle of the night. I thought I was bitten by a spider. And all that happens is that the fruit falls off the tree. Hit the eye. Fortunately, there was no additional damage. Otherwise, I'm going home. The whole accident is not worth it. In the blink of an eye, it's finally time to go home. The two began to push Bai Chenhao into the water. Fortunately, the benefits of this method are quite suitable. There is no risk of sinking the ship with two people sitting on it. As it goes downstream, the river in front of me also began to become wider. After 2.5 hours of hard work. And they made it to the beach. With the slow arrival of the 4 trampolines, I also successfully completed this challenge.